It began like any regular weekday. My wife Mary had been distant for several months, preoccupied, constantly focused on her phone, and always finding new reasons to remain outside late. She asserted her job was challenging, that her superior was pushing hard on a project, and she needed to network after working hours. I wished to trust her. After all, we had been married for 7 years, established a residence, and shared everything. But when someone begins giving priority to everyone except you start to notice. Her smile felt forced, her laughter was empty, and our conversations were reduced to merely polite exchanges about the utility bills and groceries. Something was amiss, and deep down, I realized it. That Thursday evening, I messaged her as usual just to check in. "Hey darling, dinner at home tonight." I waited, watching the three dots flash before her reply arrived. "Can't talk, busy tonight, no punctuation, no affection, just a cold mechanical communication." My stomach turned. I had received that line too often recently. She did not even attempt to create an excuse this time. It was not fury that struck me first. It was comprehension, the type that makes you stop denying what is clearly evident. So I decided to reply simply, "Me too." I did not add a question mark or an explanation, just 2 words sufficient to disturb her, to make her speculate. Within minutes, my phone vibrated again. "Busy with what?" she inquired. I could practically visualize her face, tightening, her composure breaking. I smiled faintly and did not respond. Instead, I placed my phone face down, grabbed my coat, and exited the house. I had arrangements that night. Arrangements she was unaware of. What Mary did not realize was that I had spent the past week preparing for this moment. My friend Robert, a private investigator, had verified my suspicion. She was involved with someone from her workplace. They met twice each week. Hotel rooms, meals, late-night drives. That night she was scheduled to meet him again, but I was not going to confront her there. I had a superior idea. I was going to meet someone, to a property agent, because by the morning my life was about to undergo a complete transformation. 2 hours later, while she was likely sipping wine with her demanding schedule, I was signing paperwork to place our property on the market. I had already moved half of our shared funds into a separate account, my share, legally and clearly. Everything she thought I was unaware of, I had quietly documented. The photographs, the texts, the charge, card receipts, all neatly organized in a file that would soon be forwarded to my lawyer. Around 10 o'clock at night, my phone began illuminating like a Christmas tree. "Where are you? Why aren't you answering? Are you with someone?" Then came the call. Angry, trembling, demanding. I did not accept the call. I wanted her to feel what I had endured for months. Uncertainty, confusion, loss of control. For once, she was the one pacing the floor, questioning everything. I simply texted her back one last time. "Told you, busy." She arrived home an hour later, disheveled, her eyes red from weeping or anger. Perhaps both. "Who were you with?" she demanded. I did not raise my voice. I simply handed her the file resting on the kitchen counter. Photographs, dates, locations, her entire secret life printed in black and white. She froze, realizing the game was finished. Her phone slid from her hand as she murmured, "You knew." I nodded. "For weeks," I said quietly, "and now I am finished." The shock that spread across her face was not just guilt. It was fear. Fear of losing the comfort she had undervalued. Fear of being exposed. She pleaded, cried, promised it was an error, that it meant nothing. But lies sound even more terrible when the truth is right in front of you. I informed her I was no longer angry, just done. She desired excitement. I desired tranquility. We both achieved what we sought. By morning, her world had disintegrated. She had relocated to her sister's place. Her affair became the subject of discussion at her office. And her lover, the married colleague, blocked her to protect himself. I did not have to ruin her life. Her own choices accomplished that. All I did was stop being her fallback plan. Sometimes retaliation does not come from anger. It comes from walking away with your self-respect intact. Months later, she attempted to contact me, asking if we could speak, claiming she missed me, that she regretted everything. I read her message, smiled faintly, and replied with the same words that had initiated it all. "Can't talk, busy tonight."